Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Jolty here, and yeah, this is week 1 of SPDL. We are going against Scrosh of the something Munchlax. Definitely know what I'm talking about. Something Munchlax. Let me pull up the matchup here. No, don't. You guys don't get to see my search history. Definitely wasn't looking up currently a fan art. Ha 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 ha. Funny. I'm so funny. Anyway, let's go to this matchup. Please don't say I'm streaming, because I don't even know how I stream sometimes. Alright. So this show, we're going against the Munchlax. Oh man. Okay, whatever. So let's just so we're going against Rabombi, Gallade, Mega, Nihilego, Obstagoon, Magmar, Rotom, Claydol, Lantern, Celesteela, Swampert, and Aromatisse, and then you can see our team. So basically, this is what we brought. We brought Gengar, Jirachi, and Golisopod for this Mega Gallade because it just wrecks my team. Gengar, they speed tie each other. So I have Salic Berry. So like I sub down to I reach my Salic Berry, and then I sub down to I reach my Salic Berry. I have plus one speed, and then I can Shadow Ball. Hopefully behind a substitute. If I think they're gonna switch, I can just nasty plot, get +2, and then hopefully sweep the team. Jirachi, it's no item with 252 HP, 224 Impish Nature because that's all we need. Like with that, the knockoff just chunked us first turn, and then it will like do like over half to us, and then we just couldn't recover from that. So I had no item, so they couldn't do a lot of damage to us. Next up was Golisopod. Golisopod got 3 hit KO'd by the Zen Headbutt, and then 2 hit KO'd with a first impression Aqua Jet combo. So, like, I can KO them before they even have a chance to KO me. So that's really good. And then Megazard X, I brought it just because it's very good in this matchup with Flare Blitz and EQ can hit almost everything, and a Dragon Dance could definitely mean our win. Zero Aura. We brought Blaze Kick, Plasma Fist, Knockoff, and Grass Knot. This was just supposed to be like a set that could hit everything. And we brought Grass Knot. We originally had 16 special HP, but we changed it to special attack because Swampert just walled us and we couldn't pivot out. We had to switch out. And with the team, if they called us switching into either Jirachi, Megazard X, or Gengar, then they just EQ'd. If they caught us switching into Gliscor, they just flip turned or liquidation, and Gliscor was the only one that could tank those hits, but I really wanted to save it for the other thing, for the Mega Gallade, so we put Grass Knot on there just to like, if they decide to switch on us, we can just kill with a Grass Knot. And lastly was Gliscor, because Stealth Rocks and Sticky Webs messed us up. If they got Sticky Webs up, then it was all over. Like, cause Sticky Webs, it ruins my plan to get Gengar Salic, and if I don't get my Salic, then they just automatically outspeed me. And then Zero Aura is lower, and then Stealth Rocks are just an annoyance with everything. Like, if they set up a Stealth Rocks, then I literally couldn't switch in regular Charizard in, and like max, it was already 50% to me. So I literally had to, when I was mocking, I had to send Megazard X out first turn, because if they Stealth Rock, then I was getting taken a chunk. So we literally just brought Gliscor here for Defog. We have Protect, so we guarantee get our Toxic up, and then we're just have some special, a lot of special defense, so we can live those like special hits from like Nihilego and such. Cause we ended up dropping Shaman. Shaman was originally on here to take care of that Lantern and Swampert, but because we dropped Shaman, that's when we had to tech Grass Knot onto Zero Aura, and then we had to make this thing a lot of special defense so we could deal with that Lantern. Anyway, let's just get straight into battle. First thing I see, Swampert. We don't have a good check to that. Rotom, I did not expect that to come, and it does a lot of damage to my team. Gliscor is really the only thing I have a switch in for that, and that's not good. Mega Gallade, I expected that. I think I can deal with it fine. Aromatisse, Wish Passing might not be the best for my team. So, like, I'm not really sure that's what I want. Nihilego, I'm like, okay, I can deal with this. I have water moves, I have earthquakes, I have a lot of physical mons, and I illegal goes down Claydol. I'm like, that's there to set up rocks. So I'm debating here. Alright, what do I lead off with? And I'm like, I usually want to lead off with something pivotal. So I lead off with Zero Aura, and I'm like, okay, Zero Aura can do a lot. Knock off the Claydol, Plasma Fist, the Nihilego, Plasma Fist, the Aromatisse, Plasma Fist, the Mega Glade, Blaze Kick, the Rotamo, and Grass, not the Swampert. Also, we're Serious Nature. We didn't want to minus anything, so we just went with Serious Nature. We still outsped like almost everything. Anyway, let's get this started. No music playing because music bad. They lead with, oh wait, no. A reset? Okay. We forgot to put it on slow. Anyway, they lead with Claydol and I lead with Zero Aura. Takes me a while to figure out what I'm gonna do here because I'm like, alright, they have Claydol, I have Zero Aura. If I knock off here, then it should do damage, but if they Earthquake, that's my main win con gone out of here. But if they decide to Stealth Rocks, then Charizard takes a chunk early game, and I don't want that. So I was thinking, are they gonna Stealth Rock or are they gonna EQ? And I'm like, all right, it's not the. I can't risk them killing me. So I just said, but then I'm like, okay, if they Stealth Rock me switching to Zard, that's fine with me because then Zard doesn't take the damage from Stealth Rock. So I'm like, all right, it's an easy play here. I switch into Zard because Zard did everything. I'm in the Zard, they decide to Stealth Rocks. I'm like, okay, that's good. I'm Mega here. I know they're gonna switch out, so I just go for a quick little dragon. Wait, no. Alright, so I think they're gonna EQ here because they're gonna predict me Mega, like, going into Mega form. So I'm like, I'm gonna Dragon Dance in regular form, so if they EQ, then they can't take me out. And it's not Mega first turn. Now this thing is in, I calc it, and I'm like, I can't switch in Shaman or anything because I don't have it. And Zero Aura will probably die to a ground move, which is what this thing is probably going to go for. I don't want to switch into Life Spot because, as I said, it's my Mega Late check. So I decide, let's just Flare Blitz. It does a lot of damage, so let's do it. Flare Blitz does 62%. 62, and they roar me out here. I go into the Life Spot, alright, I'm just saying, first impression here, it's going to take out the Mudkip. They protect. I first impression doesn't do any damage because they protected. I just decided to stand and go for liquidation, and they go into this thing. Horrible name. I'm sorry. Liquidation does good damage, I guess. So I'm like, all right, I gotta switch it out here. Not taking that damage. I go into Big Bruce to take the Volt Switch. They decided to Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm does 46% to Big Bruce, but they dropped their special attack, so I know that's not the damage they'll do again. And now they're forced to switch. They go into Claydol, and I take this opportunity to U-turn because I know they're going to switch. I want to get positioning. I go back into All-Star. I'm like, all right, first impression coming your way. They switch into Aromatisse. Oh, wait, no, I liquidation here. All right. I liquidation the Aromatisse. I liquidation it again because I'm like, this thing is dying this turn. They wish. I think, yeah, they're going to protect this turn. They can't let this thing go down. I switch into Gengar, and they do end up protecting. So I'm trying to figure out, alright, should I Sludge Wave or should I try to go for my sweep now? And I'm like, alright, let's just try to go for the sweep now. I set up a substitute, and I'm like, okay, you gotta be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Is it, what, turn 10? My god. Next turn. Alright, I'm like, okay, I'm faster than this thing. I can set up a nasty plot. It does have my special defense, but if I set up a nasty plot, I'm pretty sure I can do half. I found out there's Scarf right here because there's no way they outspeed me without a Scarf because I'm max and timid. So there's no way they outspeed me without a Scarf. And I found, okay, this thing is Scarf. So I can literally switch into Jirachi and take a hit. And they switch into Swampert, calling my switch, and I'm like, alright, this is bad. I decide to just stay in and decide to go for a U-turn. because I'm like, alright, I should be faster. I can just U-turn out, get some chips, see if they're gonna switch to themselves. I switch into hard switch into Glycopod, because I think they're gonna do something. And they just go into Rotamo. I'm like, alright, first impression. Do you think I not have that anymore? And they go for Protect. They go for Protect. They have Protect on Swampert and Rotamo. What? Alright, I go into, they leave Storm. Like, let's look here. Alright, Protect. And Protect. That's 3 Mons with Protect. 3 Pokemon with Protect. Like, what? They go to Swampert. I'm like, alright, it's Stealth Rock's time. My chip is now out. I can chip you down now as well. I U-turn. And then I go into All-Star. I can take Eddie Hit. And they decide to go for an EQ. All-Star takes that. And I'm like, alright, first impression is coming your way. What do you want to switch into? They decide not to switch. And they decide to just flip turn out. That thing is dying when it comes back in. Stealth Rock's is going to kill it. And they decide to go into Gallade. I don't have first impression anymore. And I'm definitely not in the range. But I decided to stay in. They knock off me. And I emergency exit here. And I'm like, alright, this is bad. This is really bad. Going to Jirachi, I'm not even sure I can take the knockoff, but I end up taking the knockoff. I'm so happy, and I don't miss the paralysis, and I paralyze that thing, which is super great, because even if, so like, the one thing I'm scared of now, Shadow Sneak can take out my Gengar. Like, it could. But, really, now that they're paralyzed, my Gengar definitely outspeeds, and I outspeed them with almost every Pokemon on my team. They're low enough health now that I can take them out with almost anything. First impression kills them. So now it's time to take this thing out. This episode, I'm like, I'm not letting you get away. I'm play roughing. There's gonna be no swords dancing for you. They just knock off and end up killing my thing. I go straight into Glycopod. I'm like, it's first impression time. You can't get away from this. They turn to Aromatisse. I'm like, okay, I don't care. I'm liquidationing you down. I'll sack All-Star if I have to. That Megalate is crippled. So I'm like, I settle on sacking All-Star to get spikes up, but they end up wishing. And I'm like, okay. All-Star, let's see another day. I think they think that I'm not going to liquidation because, like, if I have the chance of liquidation, I'm gonna liquidation. So they're like, okay. They switch into Claydol here, and I'm like, alright, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna protect? Or are they gonna do something? Or are they gonna do something else? But then I realized, oh, they're gonna rapid spin, because they probably don't want to deal with that anymore, and it chunks down everything on their team. And they're playing a very switchy game right now, where they switch a lot. So I'm like, oh, this thing's going for rapid spin. I'll sack All-Star. But All-Star lives on 2%. 2% This is what I say. This thing's defense is incredible. 2% it lives. All the hazards are gone, but that doesn't matter. I get a liquidation off, and that thing is dead. Absolutely dead. They go to Nihiligo, and I'm like, alright, this is very bad here. Because I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm literally contemplating. Do I switch into Gliscor? Because Gliscor at 42%. Can he take 2 Power Gems in a row? Will I need to protect? And this thing just gets a Power Gem off me next turn? Zero Aura is too good to my plan, so if I let it go down now, then I probably can't win endgame. This thing is definitely dying at this range, and this thing is definitely dying at this range. And then I just end up saying, oh, I just have to sack All-Star here. But then I remember, All-Star has Aqua Jet, and this thing has horrible defense. So what do I go for? An Aqua Jet, and it kills. All-Star just pick up 3 KOs. 3 KOs. And I'm like, alright, All-Star, it's time. You gotta go down. And then they take out All-Star with a Volt Switch. But I'm like, you did great. You did very, very well. They go into this thing. I'm like, it's Gengar time, baby, because I win at this point. Like, now that this thing is gone, I win. There's no way I don't win. Megazord X cleans from this point. Zero Aura cleans from this point. Like, probably going into Megazord X would probably be the safer play. But I'm just like, let's get Gengar some kills here. Plus, they can't hit Gengar. And I'm like, alright, Moonblast coming my way. I can probably tank it. They reveal Psyshock, and I play so predictably here. I Sludge Wave, and they just call me and protect. Yeah, they just call. I should have set up another Sludge Wave. I should have set up another sub. But I just Sludge Wave again, and the crit did matter. I'm sure the crit did matter on that thing. It mattered for differential, I guess, but it didn't matter. They were gonna lose anyway. They needed to wish. Okay, the only way this thing plays out any different, they wish here. They wish. No. So the only way this plays out is if they they're at no damage. Wait. So they have to wish here. Yeah, they have to wish on this turn that they survive. They have to protect again. I don't care at this point because I'm just going to set up another sub. So they protect, because they have to. Then they go for a Psyshock. I Sludge Wave here. I don't know if I take this thing out, but they then have to go for a Protect to get back HP. I'm just spamming Sludge Wave at this point. I eventually take out this, and then, this thing is dead no matter what. If I didn't get the crit or not. Could have mattered for differential, but I don't know. And then I just Sludge Wave, take this thing out, and then I just Shadow Ball to take the Swampert out. They protects all. Yeah. I just Shadow Ball next turn and kill him for good. And that thing is dead. Alright, yeah, that thing is dead. We end up winning our first SPDL match 4-0, and whew, I am so excited to start off SPDL with a great season. I ended up getting 6th on power rankings, and Scrosh, who I faced, got 5th, so I pulled a PR's upset week 1, which is very, very nice. I hope that I can keep on pulling these, and yeah, I'm very excited. I hope you like this video, and yeah. One thing I'm very nervous about is in an hour, we have to face Banny for SPDL quarterfinals. I am the last non-mod left, and I have to win this season, because if I don't win this season, all my trash talk is gonna go to waste. So I gotta win. Oh, and we're gonna be doing a very new, it's gonna be a new series. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching, and goodbye, everybody.